Welcome back to the Explainer. So today we're going to explore how the 2027 BYD Dolphin Refresh officially sheds its quirky adolescence to become a mature, serious, and highly capable C-segment contender. If you follow the EV space at all, you know the Dolphin originally made waves with its bold styling and really accessible price point. But for 2027, BYD isn't just slapping on a fresh coat of paint, they've fundamentally re-engineered this car to directly answer consumer feedback, making it larger, significantly faster, and way more premium on the inside. Just to give you an immediate sense of how much this car has evolved, look at this massive jump in baseline horsepower. We're talking going from a modest 95 horsepower all the way up to 177. That is nearly double the output for the entry-level standard range models. This single metric honestly tells you everything you need to know about BYD's intentions here. The Dolphin is no longer just a slow, quirky city commuter. It's being set up to confidently hold its own in the fast lane.
Here's our quick roadmap for the 2027 model. We'll be tracking its evolution, starting with that massive power boost. Then we'll see how it physically stretches out, look at the completely overhauled interior, and wrap up with the next-level safety tech.
All right, Section 1, a massive power boost. The entry-level Dolphin has clearly been hitting the EV gym. What's actually really clever here is how BYD got that upgrade. Instead of trying to squeeze more juice out of the old 95 horsepower motor, they just went right into their existing parts bin and grabbed the robust 177 horsepower platform straight from the BYD UN Pro. Dropping that proven, peppy motor into the lighter Dolphin chassis, yeah, that fundamentally changes how this thing drives. When you step on the pedal in the 2027 model, you're going to feel an immediate, snappy acceleration that the old generation simply couldn't do. And backing up that performance is BYD's renowned ultra-safe LFP Blade Battery technology. The battery capacity itself got a tiny bump, moving from 44.9 to 45.1 kilowatt-hours. Now, on the Chinese testing cycle, that looks like up to 410 kilometers of range. But let's talk real-world application. You can reliably expect roughly 315 to 340 kilometers on a single charge. If you're just commuting every day, that is honestly the perfect, stress-free sweet spot. And range anxiety pretty much vanishes when charging is this seamless. Say you find yourself running low. You just plug the Dolphin into a standard 60 kilowatt DC fast charger. From there, you wait maybe 22 to 30 minutes, which is basically the exact amount of time it takes to grab a coffee and stretch your legs, and your battery jumps from a 30% state of charge right back up to 80%. It's super efficient and keeps you moving.
Moving to Section 2, growing up and stretching out. Because this maturation isn't just under the hood. The car literally got bigger to claim a stronger presence on the road.
So why does a 16-centimeter physical stretch actually matter to you? Well, by hitting 4.28 meters in total length, the Dolphin officially leaves the subcompact class and becomes a true C-segment hatchback. And it's not just about extra legroom. A longer wheelbase means way better stability at highway speeds, none of that twitchy feeling you get in smaller cars. Plus, crucially, it adds vital additional crumple zone safety to the front and rear. BYD also took this opportunity to tweak their Ocean aesthetics design, giving us redesigned headlights, a modern daytime running light layout, and a noticeably sharper front bumper. And speaking of aesthetics, look at what they did at the rear of the car. BYD finally listened to the critics and dropped that highly polarizing, fully spelled out "Build Your Dreams" text across the tailgate. In the car world, less is definitely more. Swapping that long phrase out for a clean, minimalist BYD acronym badge instantly elevates the look of the car. It totally suits a more mature vehicle, replacing what a lot of people considered a gimmick with confident, understated branding.
Okay, Section 3, fixing the quirky interior. The cabin is where you really see a direct response to consumer feedback, ditching the gimmicks of its youth for a truly premium setup.
The first-gen Dolphin was, well, kind of infamous for its interior quirks. That rolling cylinder gear toggle on the dash, unique for sure, but not always practical. And the tiny 5-inch driver display felt a bit like an afterthought. Well, in the 2027 premium setup, those are totally gone. The gears are now controlled by a super intuitive Mercedes-style stalk shifter mounted right on the steering column, which frees up a ton of space. And the driver finally gets a highly readable proper 8.8-inch digital instrument cluster.
The center console overhaul is just as impressive. They kept that generous 12.8-inch central screen, but simplified it by locking it in place, removing the rotating function in certain regional updates. By keeping it stationary, they drastically streamlined the dashboard and cut down on button clutter. And since the shifter moved to the steering wheel, the new central tunnel has been completely reimagined. It now features a perfectly placed ergonomic wireless phone charger. But the absolute standout feature? A built-in compartment that works as a heating zone, or, get this, a literal mini fridge. Seriously, a built-in mini fridge in a compact hatchback. That's a massive leap in everyday cabin comfort.
Finally, let's look at Section 4, next-level safety tech, because if a car is growing up, it absolutely needs an advanced safety suite to match.
17. That's not just a random number. That actually represents the 12 high-definition cameras and 5 ultrasonic radars strategically placed all around this car. Together, they create this incredible sensory backbone, constantly monitoring everything going on around you.
All of that hardware is what unlocks a massively upgraded driver assistance suite. We're talking crystal clear 360-degree vision, making tight city parking jobs an absolute breeze. Out on the highway, you've got adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist working together to take the edge off a long drive. And most importantly, it packs autonomous emergency braking and traffic sign recognition. It's essentially big car safety technology packed neatly into a compact footprint to keep you safe in the absolute chaos of modern commuting. Well, thanks for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this breakdown gave you a clear look at what this incredible machine is bringing to the table now. By shedding those adolescent gimmicks, gaining extra length for stability, and seriously boosting its horsepower, interior comfort, and safety tech, the Dolphin is just a radically different beast than it was a couple of years ago. So with all these premium, mature features packed into such a capable platform, we kind of have to ask, has the 2027 BYD Dolphin officially positioned itself as the undisputed king of the compact EV market?